Now we'll be going into a basic introduction of big data, data engineering, course introduction, like how we are going to, achieve this, a very basic deep dive into Python, right? After a break. So before a break, we'll just do some small introduction on data engineering stuff, and I'll ask you guys a few questions. I appreciate your answers, even in chat or a voice. So now you guys know data. What is data, guys? As a small recap, what is data? Guys, come on.
It is a raw information of pictures, words, everything.
It's a raw input, right? Anything, numbers, pictures, text, right? Anything. Anything such is called data, right? Even now in the Zoom generating some recording. It's a data again. Cool. Did you ever heard the term called big data? Now this is your actual syllabus concept, right? What is big data, guys? Any thoughts? You can type or you can speak. Any thoughts? What is big data? Guys, come on. You told what is data. That is fine. Raw input. Any example is also fine. Big data. Any example. Whatever comes to your mind. I don't mind that. I want you guys to do mistakes.
Maybe financial transactions in a bank.
Financial transactions. See this word. See this word. Yeah, financial transactions. The end of the day, it will be end up as a big data. But yeah, I just want some part of thing. You know, a large data we call more data. A very basic layman terms. More data. Right or wrong? More data means what is
Yeah.
the size? Again, what is the size of what is the size of data is considered as a big data? Again, a question. 1 GB, 1 KB. Guess 1 KB is big data.
Maybe terabytes, TBs.
TBs, okay. So one could answer TBs is called big data. But how we can justify that? Any 1 TB, half TB, 3 TB? Okay. I'll give you one analogy. Then we'll understand what is big data. Let's say you need to travel from location A to location B, and you have 5 kilometers distance. You have two options. One is car, one is, sorry, flight. What do you pick?
Car.
Car, basically. These many kilometers, for example. What do you pick? Car or flight?
Flight.
Okay, keep this thing for now. You have, suppose you guys have mobiles, right? Everyone, I believe nobody is with mobiles. Okay. So you guys have mobile. Let's say your RAM is 8 GB. Okay. You have 2 GB video file to play. Let's say it is just a processing of 2 GB file. Right? Playing video means understand it's a processing of 2 GB file. Will this work here? Can you play 2 GB file in 8 GB RAM? Mobile RAM.
Yeah, we can play the video.
We can play. 4 GB.
Little difficult, but yeah.
Still possible. 6
Yeah.
GB. Possible. What about 9 GB?
It's not possible.
Processing 9 GB of data on 8 GB of available resources is not possible. Right? For this system, for this 8 GB system, 9 GB is your big data. See, universally 9 GB may not be big data, but for this resources, 8 GB resource, 9 GB is a big data. Right or wrong? In this case, in this scenario, 9 GB is your big data. Correct. Similarly, you have 100 GB RAM. Can you process 50 GB? Yeah, easily you can process, right? See, here 9 GB is your big data, but 50 GB is not big data here. Right or wrong?
So are you saying that big data could be relative?
Sorry?
Like in particular situations, it could be big data. In other situations, it need not be big data.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah, there are few properties actually. There are few properties to define this big data. See, this is the problem, right? So 9 GB here you call it as a big data, but 50 GB you call it as a small data here. Not a small data, it's not a big data again, right? So so to define big data, we have three properties. Initially there was three properties, now it is five properties. We call it as 3 V's. What is that? We call it as 3 V's. Volume. Volume means size of the data, right? Velocity means what? Speed. Volume, velocity, variety. Variety means type, structured, semi-structured, and again we will see all these things in future classes. See, to define big data, you need to say like initially in 2014 it was 3 V's, right? After that it was 5 V's. Veracity and value. Veracity is correctness. See, I'll teach you these all things in Hadoop again, right? This V's concept. Value means we should be able to get some information out of the data which is provided. Okay. So this is your big data definition. So it should have either of speed, size, structured, volume. Any of these we are calling it as big data nowadays, right? So any of two, let's say if you're, as I told, like your data is coming too fast. Let's say your live video, your OTTs, any live streaming YouTube, the data, you know how much speed the data is coming? 250 kbps, 1 mbps, This is the speed of the data. To handle this speed, see, this speed is one of the property of big data. Size is one of the property of big data. Structure, like it's a row format, column format, video file, right? All these are structures of your data. And again, correctness, how correct the data is. You should not be getting some wrong data. And also information, we should be able to extract some meaningful insights of the data. So all these things are considered as a big data, right? And going to this slide, I told you to keep this, right? So treat this as big data, treat this as small data. So for big data, you're using flight. For small data, you're using car. Why? Why you're using this? Any
Because of distance, kilometers distance.
Yeah, flight is faster, right?
Yeah.
Then why we are using car?
When it is 5 kilometers, it is easy to use a car now.
Okay, easy in terms of
Traveling and accessible, budget.
okay, cool, good answer.
Efficiency.
Okay, good answers. I appreciate that. Yeah. So the thing is, as you guys mentioned, budget, efficiency, easy to travel, perfectly fine. Even I wanted to say the same things. If you take a flight, you have to do the takeoff, landing. It itself takes 15 minutes in a worst scenario, right? So for the 5 minutes, I can go in car in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 5 kilometers, I can go in a 10 minutes journey, right or wrong? But if you choose the flight, it will take minimum 1 hour. Taking, landing, all these things. So we have to use the tools in such a way. We have to use the tools in such a way where we need to make use the appropriate tools for appropriate data. Right? I'll repeat again, appropriate tools for appropriate data. Let's say if you are having a tools like basic SQL, you may not be hearing this SQL or maybe hearing this SQL from your future, past, or whatever it is. It is completely fine. Basic programming, Python, right? This is for small data purpose, general data. It can give you till some of the GBs or TBs, that capacity. But if you're going beyond, nowadays the data is more, as we discussed in the first half of the introductions. So the data is growing more day by day, more day by day. After this internet is evolved, someone told the internet is the main use, the start of our day. Yeah, because of the internet, the data is growing too fast, velocity, right? Too fast. Size is also too high nowadays, structure. So because we are having big data today what we are having? Big data. So traditional systems like basic SQL, basic Java, right, basic Python won't work nowadays. It works for some of the use cases like this, some of the use cases like this, but not for the use cases like this. We have to use a modern data tech stack. What is that? Modern data tech stack, which is Hadoop. Again, Hadoop is also, not used nowadays in industries, but they are maintaining it, right? Hadoop, Spark, Snowflake, Databricks, right? This is the new modern data engineering era, which is again predominantly on the cloud platforms, right? We'll see what is cloud. Don't worry. I will completely clear all your jargons, puzzle, buzzwords, everything. After this 1.5 month, you will be very clear what exactly we are going to do. And yeah, hope you guys are clear till now, right? You guys are clear till now. Any questions? Okay. I'm sorry. Just a second, guys. Okay. What is the expectation of this course? Now we'll come to the main topic. See, this is what a basic data introduction. What is main expectation of the course? Okay. What is prerequisite? Anyone remember what is the prerequisite I told you in the middle of the session?
Yeah. Pen, paper, and be able to attend the lecture.
Pen, paper,
And the internet to attend it. Yeah,
consistency,
consistent.
internet. This is the only prerequisite of this entire syllabus. Okay, because I believe even some of the folks joined and experienced folks, and they few of the guys texted me they join in the middle. Yeah. And few guys will join even half of the sessions because few of the folks already well versed with Python, because we are going to start Python in the first go as a programming. So yeah, so few people will join middle of our courses, but yeah, so this is what I generally need from you guys. Only this thing. If you have this thing in around this 5 month, definitely you will see a lot of difference in you. I'm not promising that I will give some job, right? But I'll definitely promise I can give you the entire, ecosystem knowledge where you can go and work in your jobs. That is guaranteed, right? Cool. This is a prerequisite, right? This is your prerequisite. So we'll wrap up little quick after explaining some of the details of the course, right? And and a basic touching of Python. I'll give you small assignment. Yeah. So course syllabus. Coming to course syllabus. One second. I have just a second, guys. Taking it. Yeah. Course syllabus is Python. Basic. I want you guys to join from laptops going forward. Laptop or desktop. Python basic to advanced. See, why I am giving Python basic to advanced is some of the guys may also join as a freshers. And we also need to do the problem solving with Python. Python is a programming language, guys. Um, people need to start with Python if you are a data engineer, data scientist, or data analyst. Python is called data language today. What is that? Python is called a data language. Okay. This is your Python. We'll see. We'll learn Python. What is required more than a data engineer? Like say, for a data engineer, they need 30% or 40% of Python, for example. Just a second, sorry. 40% of Python, but we will learn 70 to 100% of. 100% is not possible in any of the trainer, but yeah, we'll learn this 70% of Python. And up to you guys, if you are able to practice this Python, right? If you guys are able to practice this Python every single day, half an hour at least, half an hour, you will be really good programmer, you'll be really good coder. See, believe me, if you do coding, right? See, if you I seen a lot of the data engineering courses where they even don't teach Python, they directly start with SQL, they'll share the Python videos to learn. But we are not doing that. We are actually going very detailing in Python, and there are few surprises in the course like, okay, I'll ask few of the guys to prepare for new concept and to deliver the lecture, but again I'll be holding their hand. Definitely it's okay to say wrongs, but definitely I'll be there to help them whenever they're saying wrong, etc. But yes, that is sometimes it happens like that, but I want everyone to be master in Python. Everyone to be master in Python. Once you learn a programming language, believe me, wherever you go, whichever the tech stack you go in future, you will be able to learn very quickly and easily. This is my experience. Any programming language you learn, that's entirely fine. But Python is your data language, guys. Believe me, in the world of AI, Python is must, like English, right? And this guy is very, very, very important. Without SQL, there is no data engineering, no AI, no data analyst, no data scientist, there is no data language. SQL is structured query language. Okay. So we are going to learn it in very depth, very detail, because most of your job, 50% of your job is related to this, and also 35 to 40% of your interviews will be on SQL. How much it is? See the impact. 35 to 40% of your interview goes on this SQL itself. So we have to be very, very careful and deep hands-on with SQL. You believe me, after completing of your SQL journey, both of these, Python and SQL, takes 1.5 months at most. 1.5 to 2 months. I want to make it in very depth. Okay, once you learn these two things, you can even start learning your Gen AI or maybe your data engineering, whatever the things you are having right now, whatever the trending things you are having right now. These two are the highly recommended prerequisites for a data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, or an AI engineer today or even tomorrow. Getting, guys? So we are going to dig inside SQL, what exactly it is, how to do query optimization, right? How to reduce the query time, how to do the modeling, right? So all these things we are actually going to see with this SQL, and how to use this in big data. That is where the actual application comes in, right? And then Apache Hadoop. This is only theory. There is no practical. As I mentioned, companies are just maintaining Hadoop ecosystem. They are not using Hadoop predominantly. Like only 5 to 10% of the industry is using Hadoop right now. Right? So theory, but the concept is very, very important. At least you will get one or two questions in your interview for this. Definitely. Once you understand this, see, this is built on distributed systems. When you learn Hadoop in a distributed system, definitely other big data technologies will be very easier. Okay, so we'll go in detail each and everything. And Apache Hive, it's again, if you know SQL, this is very easy. Apache Hive is your one of the data warehousing solution built on Hadoop. We'll see what is data warehouse, etc., etc. And Apache Spark. Without this, no data engineering. Don't apply for data engineering roles if you don't know this. Very powerful, very powerful. Believe me, when we are going inside the course, you'll see the power of this. Very, very powerful system. Apache Spark, you'll have data frames, RDD, And see, as I told, we are giving food to AI, right? Without this, you cannot provide food. This is where you'll have cooking pan, where you'll have 4 burner stove. Everything is maintained in this, where you can prepare your food. You can play with your food, right? This is so important. And if you know this, right? If you know this, your interview will be very, very comfortable. Impress people get impressed, and you can get a easy going in your interviews, right? Without this, don't give any interviews, believe me. After knowing this, you can start giving interviews, trust me. And we will be seeing AWS in detail, few of the services like S3, Lambda, Glue, EMR, Redshift. Redshift, a very less time, very less thing, but these are in very high detail, right? And Airflow, I'll touch Airflow, how to do and all things. Okay. And see, once you know these things, right? Once you know these things, and I will touch some of the GCP concept, because few of the services run on GCP. GCP is Google Cloud, AWS is Amazon Cloud. Don't worry with all these things, but this is your syllabus terminology. Nothing to do with this, right? This is Airflow. I'll going to teach Airflow. But believe me, if you are very confident in this, these are very easily we can cover. You will only tell, okay, sir, this is very easy, this is easy, this is easy. Yeah. Now we are also going to see Confluent Kafka. Real time. We are talking about real time streaming and all, right? Real time streaming, OTT, how YouTube live comes. So we'll see how it comes. KFK Kafka. Very demanding stuff. If you put this in your resume, half of the job is done. Yeah, but you should have the same skill set. See, most of in the current industry, if you say there are 100% data engineers, only 10% will have Kafka. It is where that complex it is. 10% data engineers will have Kafka in their resume. Most of the people don't get chance to work with Kafka, but we'll see how to do that. Okay, once you complete all these things, do you think will you be able to get a job? Yes or no? May or may not be, right? See, learning something is different, practicing something is different. You have to practice all these things. We are going to do a project, end-to-end project, where you can put this project in your resume, right? Even after doing a project, you need some interview guide, right? What kind of questions they may ask. See, learning things, working, you can ask any of your experienced folks. They might be doing some skill like Python, Java, JavaScript, big data, AI, etc. They might be working in few of the companies, but still, end of the day, they may fail 5 to 6 interviews. Okay, why this happens? Because interview preparation is little different. Trust me. Preparing for interviews will have a different mindset. So those things we are going to see. I'll provide you interview material. Okay, you guys need to practice that interview material, and then start giving interviews. So overall, this is your entire syllabus, right? And if time supports, right? If time supports, I love to cover Databricks, which is very, very important, where you can have data and AI together. It's very important framework where you have data and AI together, right? So this will be your entire syllabus, right? we're going to cover. Okay. And okay, shall we take a 10 minutes break and we'll start a fresh Python, very, very, very basic, and then we'll close the class. Okay, now it is 4:57. We can start at 5:10. Is it okay? We'll have a coffee break. Is it fine, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you how the Python goes and all. We'll take half an hour and we'll close for today. Okay? Yeah. Meet you at 5:10, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Hey guys, yeah. Guys, please acknowledge once you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. What about others? Okay. Okay, we'll just wait for 1 minute. Meanwhile, I'll do some small setup. Okay. Cool, guys. Yeah. Okay. We are now going to do some small hands-on in Python. Okay. Okay. Before going inside, I'll ask you a few questions. Okay. So, hope everyone is understanding English, right? It's okay. Fine. You guys can able to understand English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you can understand.
Okay. Okay. Telugu, able to understand? Okay. Okay. Reactions fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As a human, we can understand few of the languages, right? But what computer understands? Any guess?
Numbers,
Okay.
zeros
Now,
and ones.
very good. Very good. Very good. Computer understands what? Zeros and ones. It's not English or Telugu or Hindi, whatever. End of the day, computer understands zeros and ones. Okay. As a user, right? As a user, we as a users or a developers, right? Or a techies, whatever we call, we cannot communicate computer with zeros and ones. Very initial days, they might be communicating, but it's very difficult to communicate to computer using zeros and ones, right or wrong? For that reason, we have a programming languages, right? A programming languages. It's like Python, Java, Scala, etc. These are your programming languages. There are many programming languages, JavaScript, etc., etc. Few I mentioned. So these are the programming languages, right? Which are able to communicate with your computer. Okay. See, if you are writing something in Python, or if you are writing something in Java, or if you are writing in something in Scala, end of the day they convert into ones and zeros, right? But we don't know that. As a user, as a developer, we don't know that. We just write in Python instructions. We just write in Java. We just write in Scala. So machine understands only zeros and ones. Okay, there's a byte coding. Okay, bytecode, right? Machine understands that. Machine understandable language we call. So these programming languages translates our programming program to machine understandable language, and then execute, we'll get an output. Clear till now? This is what happens inside the system. Clear? Okay. Now if we are dealing in Python, right? If we are dealing in Python, Python is one of the programming language. See what we can do with programming languages. What are the advantages of programming languages, especially with Python? General purpose. We call it general purpose means for any small tasks. Let's say now I open Notepad, right? You all can see my Notepad opened. So how this Notepad is opened? Notepad is a software, right? Notepad is some software inside your system, basically. Similarly, if you open Microsoft Word or maybe Zoom app or maybe some Google Chrome, right? All these are what? All these are
Softwares.
softwares. Exactly. All these are softwares. So you can build softwares. You can build softwares using programming languages. Clear? Python is one of them, which we are going to see in very detail. General purpose, like basic tasks, any kind of basic task, and automation. If you want to do something automation, right? See, you were putting alarm, right? Generally, you guys put alarms in your mobiles, right? There is some program running in back end of that. Okay. So that alarm, let's say if you're putting alarm at 6 p.m., for example. So it will keep on checking, that program keep on checks till 6 p.m. Okay. When it is 6 p.m., it will shout, right or wrong? This is the mechanism of your alarm. So this logic, this mechanism logic is built on some programming language, right? It is built on what? Some programming language. Clear, guys? So you no need to sit. Alarm will automatically triggers. It's some kind of automation. It will trigger for you, right? Or it will any kind of automation tasks, right? You schedule something, it will work as per it is programmed. Correct? People using this in graphical user interfaces like UI. If you are seeing any website, right? Programming languages are used in user. If you see Facebook, Instagram, photos, posts, likes, you see like button, you see comment button, you see share button, the buttons, the user interface. The entire thing we can develop in JavaScript, or even Python also having those libraries where we can use that and develop. So these are just uses I'm saying about. Okay, these are just very basic use cases of programming language, and this can be used in AI nowadays, right? Use how the ChatGPT is built. Anyone knows how ChatGPT built? The ChatGPT is built on some transformer network. Again, it is coded on C++, Python, different programming languages again. Not to be very specific, but yeah, some programming languages. AI, we can use Python using AI, right? Programming languages are used in the field of AI, data science, data engineering, right? Any of your friends working on full stack developer roles? Full stack developers, if you might have heard. Cool. Any other roles, guys? Programming language, any examples from your end? I'm not getting any use cases. IoT, Internet of Things, where it is communicating between sensors, right? So what not? Even in game programming, right? We can use
Maybe apps.
apps. Yes, very good. Apps, websites. It's like mobile apps, I say. Okay. Full stack developer is for web development, and this is for mobile, right? And then there are different use cases, right? With single programming language. See, if you learn one programming language, this is truth. If you learn one programming language from scratch, like we are learning Python, believe me, you can go to any programming language and you can learn it in just 10-15 days. Simple. Any programming language. That way we are going to learn Python. We'll crush it, right? So there are different use cases we can use this programming languages, right? Again, when coming to Python, it is object oriented, procedural oriented. I will tell you what is object oriented, procedural oriented, all these things in near future. Okay, I don't want to confuse you at the moment, but yeah, on a higher level, hope you guys got an idea what the programming languages can do. Very powerful. Even this is used in cloud technologies nowadays. Cloud. Cool. Now we are going to learn what? Python. We'll touch the Python basic small executions and we will close it. Cool, guys? Yeah. See, Python we can write in Notepad also, program. See, we have to, end of the day, we have to write a program. But like program means we are writing some software. Think like that. We are writing some software. Software is something like program, right? Program with some instructions. Okay, we'll see what and all and all. Where do we write the program? We write in some notepad or something. I am using something called VS Code. Okay, this is again a software. I'll show you. This is again a software. It's like a notepad, guys. For now, you think like this is a notepad. Okay, VS Code. See this. Okay, download for Windows. Download this, guys. Install it in your machine, right? And also install Python. See, this is your assignment. Okay, if you want, you can note it down. But I'll end of the day I'll give. See, downloading Python, installing the Python, right? In your local machines. I want everyone to install because we'll have assignment on every week. Okay. Python, we have to download and install. VS Code, download and install, right? And inside VS Code, we'll have extensions tab. Okay, this session is getting recorded. I don't want to stress more on the installation part. That's why I'm going little speed. I have done some Jupyter, right? If I search Jupyter, Jupyter, and if I just do install, get install here. I already installed, I'm getting on install. Just install it. You will get a Jupyter notebook version of VS Code. Okay, this is all installation. Again, I'll repeat, no issue at the end. Okay, now we'll see. I'm just hurrying to write some small Python program. Cool. I'm going to use new file. It is asking Python file, Jupyter file, Java, all these things, right? See, going to this, click new. I'm going to Jupyter notebook at the moment. I don't want to go to Python file right now because we are learning, right? We'll go to Jupyter notebook. As I told, we'll learn from scratch. Got it? Jupyter Notebook. See, this is where you can write your Python program. See, Python cell. Okay. Okay. So now, before starting, I'll also show you something. See, if you guys are facing some issues in installations while installing Python or installing VS Code or installing this Jupyter Notebook or linking this Python to VS Code, anyway, this is your assignment. I'll tell you again at the end. If you are facing any difficulties, right? Using this installation, local setting of this VS Code, all these terminologies, these are all just a piece of software like your Google Chrome. VS Code is like your Google Chrome. Install and use it like Notepad. What you will do is, if you are facing issues, what you will do is open for Google Colab. What is that? Google See, Google Colab is your online version of your Jupyter Notebook, ready-made. Okay. So if I just do type this plus symbol of code, insert code, see, it is coming, right? You can actually write a program here. You should just log in with your Google account in your browser, type Google Colab, colab.research.google.com, and this notebook will open. See, you have machine learning, data science, etc., etc. But yeah, for learning Python, you can just do this submit. See, control enter is your shortcut, or you can press this run button. I'm just doing 5 plus 7. How much, guys? 5 plus 7. See, it is connecting to Google machine. See, your machine is not working. For example, your machine is not working while you are learning. You are using what? Google's machine. See, Google is providing some RAM, some disk. This Google is providing some machine for you to work. Okay, you no need to worry. You just need internet. That's it. If you are facing some issues while setting up these things, right? Straight away use Google Colab, and then it is giving the answer. This is correct or not? 5 plus 7 is 12. We have done nothing. We have just taken the platform to write. One is Google Colab. If people are facing issues while setting up this kind of VS Code environment, I recommend you to practice in Google Colab and submit the assignment to me, and also tell me what is the issue you are facing in your VS Code setup. Clear, guys? Clear till now? The same thing 5 plus 7 I'll write in here. One second, guys. Yeah. What is happening? Yeah. 5 plus 7. What should be my output?
12.
Control enter. If I do control enter, it is asking me my Python environments. I am just selecting one, which I have many, but you will not get all these things. Don't worry. Okay, it is processing mode. See, this is a processing mode. Stop cell execution, and it is processed, and we are getting an output. Till now, clear, guys? We have just done only opened the notebook kind of thing and just ran this. Simple. Basic mathematics. Okay, guys. Now tell me what is the output of this thing. One second. Don't tell it orally. Okay. Do you have an option to send the answer to? Do you have an option to send me a message only to host?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. See, one fundamental rule is when I ask a question, right? When I ask a question, you guys need to send answer privately. Okay. Again, I'm telling, don't worry, it is right or wrong because we are all starting from zero. Clear? Take that advantage. I want everyone's answer to be sent privately, where you will have in chat send only to host. Right? When you want to ask a question, right? When you want to ask a question, ask question in public. Okay? Cool. Ask question in public. Send answer in private. Okay. Now I want this answer, guys. One answer I got from Saroja. Okay. Aneem. One answer I got. Shiva. Yeah. Shiva also sent an answer. Perfect. Everyone sent an answer, a right answer, which is 18. Very good. Okay. Okay. Fine. We'll do one more thing. Okay. Now, can you guys send me an answer? Very good. Very good. Okay. 3 is the answer. Nice. Okay. So now you guys are able to predict the answers. Okay. Now I want to use the same thing again here. Again, I have to write this, right? 5 minus 2. Or if I want to use the same operation, same value, okay, whatever the value, let's consider this is A into B. I want to use the same thing, right? 18 here in this line, okay? 18 in this line, okay? What I have to do, I have to again compute this. Right or wrong? Okay, right or wrong? So, so instead of that, I want to store this value somewhere and I use that value. Let's say if I store something like this, A is equals to this value. Getting? A is equals to how much? Now it's 18, right? It's 18. A is having 18, right or wrong? You guys agree with me?
Yeah.
A is having 18 number. So if I want to use A here, 18 here, right? I can just type shift enter. I'm getting the value of A as how much? 18. So that means when you are trying to reuse the things, when you are trying to hold some value inside something and you want to reuse, getting? You want to reuse this computation. For that, what you are doing, you are storing this value inside this A. You are storing this value inside the A and then you are using wherever you want. Is this clear, guys? Till now it is clear or not? If it is clear, we are going to move to the technical terminology of this thing.
It's clear.
It's clear. Very good. Okay. So when you say A is equals to some value and you can be able to use this A after this line. Say, let's say this line number is 4, for example. Okay, this line number is 4, for example. You are having A value as 18 in this line. You can use after fourth line, you can use this A value anywhere in your program. Clear? So what is this A called? What is this A called, guys? Any guess?
Variable.
Yeah, cool. Someone already done some work. Variable. Okay. So what is variable, guys? What is variable? Why we are calling it as a variable? What is the meaning of variable in English meaning? In English.
Mm, whose value keeps changing?
Wonderful. Everyone agrees with Ani, Lasya's comment? Guys, agree or not?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So whose value may change, right? Whose value may change or may not change. It depends. It's a variable. It can change, right? It can change. Okay. That is one property of your variable. Wonderful. So technically, see, if you are running this program, right? If you're running this program, generally what happens is in your computer you have RAM and storage. If you use mobile, you have 8 GB RAM, right? 8 GB RAM, 128 GB storage, right or no? If you're purchasing a mobile, what you will see? Camera, after that, RAM, storage. You use 16 GB RAM, correct? 256 MB RAM, 6 GB RAM, sorry, and 250, 512 GB hard disk storage, you call. Okay, 16 GB RAM. What is your phone configuration, Shiva? 516 GB hard disk, 516 GB storage,
It's 256, yeah. I think.
256 GB storage. Okay, 16 GB RAM. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So what happens is if Shiva uses some application, okay? If Shiva uses some application, let me write it to be more clear. If Shiva uses some Instagram, okay? See, when he installs Instagram, install Insta, it will sit on 256 GB, right or no? You can check your mobiles if you can correct me, okay? Once your Instagram got installed in your mobile, it sits on your 256 GB storage. Okay. But once you use Instagram, where it is going to come? Inside your 16 GB. That's why sometimes if your 16 GB is getting full, your mobile gets little hang. Anyone observed that? Sometimes our mobile gets hang because we are opening lot of things, right? Even our computer as well. We open a lot of things. Open means what? Understand? Open means what? Open means that software is running, right? That software is running, and someone says a lot of things are open in my, lot of things are running, that's why my mobile is slow, right or no? That's why my computer is slow. That means when something is running, right? Something is running, it runs inside your RAM. Okay. Now, whenever software is running, it runs inside your what? RAM memory. Okay, read only memory. ROM, sorry, that is ROM. It's random accessible memory. This is RAM. That's okay. You don't need to be mentioning all those things. But these things are clear or not? These things. Yes or no? Then we'll go to the why variable is coming in depth.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, cool. Okay. Clear, right? Anything you install and not using, it sits in your hard disk. Even when you say computer, it's an hard disk. When you use it, it will be coming inside your RAM. It will occupy your RAM space, the software running. So when you run or when software, I will call program now. I don't call software. Okay, I will call program. Program under execution. Clear? It sits on what? It sits on RAM. How many of you guys are from computer science background? No one? How many are from non-computer science?
Um, I'm actually from EC background, but worked as a business analyst. So I
Cool.
have some understanding of what you're trying to say.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Shiva and Saroja, you guys are from CSE or
So I'm from EC as well. Yeah.
EC? Cool.
I'm from mechanical.
Wonderful. Yeah. Cool. Hope this information is enough for you. I think this you got it, guys, right? Just a mobile example. RAM is your program running memory. The program under execution. Okay. Program is what we are writing now. Now I'll slowly getting to correlate everything. Once read this, guys, inside your heart and make this clear. These are basics. I'll give you half minute. Just read it and be clear. I'll ask few questions. Clear, right? Okay. Clear, clear. Any reactions, please?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. When your program under execution, I'll cut like this. Program under execution occupies RAM. Clear? And program is nothing but your software, which is your Google Chrome, whatever it is, Facebook, Insta, etc. So this itself technically called as program under execution is called as process. What is this called? Process. See, generally we'll see background process is running, we'll kill it, right? Something you might heard somewhere, or applications. Some things are running, some things are running. I'll close it. So technically, this is called program under execution is called process. Process. Operating system in OS, in Windows, in mobile, wherever you see that technically it is called as process, right? But again, no need to be remembering all these things, but you will automatically getting it registered in your brain once you see this. Yeah. See, now you guys told me variable. Now we went there and coming back to variable again. Okay, now let's say this is your Python program, this whole thing, right? This whole lines, whatever we are writing is your Python program. Agree? Python code. This is a basic Python code. See, Python. Okay, but we are writing in a notebook. That's it. That's the only difference. And you guys told this is a variable. And someone told a variable can change. Everything is correct till now. Why we went to RAM, why we went to hard disk, etc. Okay, whenever your program is running, that means, see, when I run this thing, I'm just executing. See, execute, right? What we wrote here, program under execution. Program means software. For now, this is a small software. Into is like multiplication is your small software. You give two numbers, it will multiply. Okay, those two numbers for now are 3 and 6. Okay, now if I just execute this thing, what will happen? It will sit inside my RAM and it will run these things. Okay, but see, you are having some A which is storing this result inside A. Clear? That we are calling it as variable, right? So that A will occupy a memory space in RAM. Is this thing is clear or not? Please guys. Cool. If you're not understanding this point, please ask me again and again. I'll repeat in different ways. I'm completely fine. Yeah, clear, Shiva? Fine?
Yeah, yes, it's clear.
Yeah. So whenever you say variable, it is a name inside your memory location. What is variable? Variable is something like name given to memory. We call RAM. RAM is called memory, right? 16 GB memory we call, right? 256 GB storage we call. So RAM is memory. So a variable is something, a name given to memory. The definition of variable, I'm saying. This is the definition of variable in your programming languages. And technically you understood when you run this program, it will store some data, right? A will store some data. In this example, A will occupy a memory space in RAM. Correct? Memory and RAM are similar. I'll just remove memory space with value 18. Is this thing is clear, guys? This line, entire line. So when you run a program, A will occupy some space in your RAM. See, when you are running Google Chrome, okay, let's see if I run this Google Chrome now, for example, see these things occupying some space because these are already stored, right? These are already stored. When I open, this is already stored. These labels are occupying some space. These bookmarks are occupying some space in some variable, for example, right? In some variable, A, B, C, D, E, F, something, right? So this is having some space already inside your memory when you are running this program. It is creating some space after you run the program. Clear? Similarly, you are running a Python program. Right now, we are not in a position to build a Google Chrome. We are just running a Python program, right? Where you have A is equal to 3 into 6. This 3 into 6 is executed inside your RAM, where you will get 18. That 18 is stored in some variable, some location. That means until unless you kill this process, this A will be available. That's why we are getting A here. Clear? Until unless you close this Google Chrome, your bookmarks will be still available or not. Similarly, until unless you kill this Python program, okay, we'll see how to kill, how to stop, etc. in later sessions. You can still make use of that variable because it is stored inside your RAM. RAM is temporary storage, guys. RAM is what? Temporary storage. If you are not saving some work, it will lost, right or wrong? Because that is inside your RAM. Until unless you store in hard disk, it will be not stored. Variable concept is clear. Variable is a name given to memory location where it will hold some value. In this example, A will occupy space with a value 18. Is this clear, guys? I just want some reaction or some acknowledgement. Okay, cool. Cool, yeah, fine. So this is what it is. So now you guys able to tell me one thing. Now I'll do one more thing. You guys need to send answers privately, right? Hmm. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Now what will be my value of D? Someone already sent. Okay, cool. Only I got one answer. Okay, Shiva sent two answers. Okay, everybody sent. So you guys are getting. Now A is stored with some value 18 and you are just dividing by 2. And if I print D, I'm just typing D here. Sorry. Okay, it is giving 9. It's completely fine. You guys are getting what to do, what not to do now. Now I'll give you one more expression. Okay, I'll give you one more expression. Okay, what will be this output? I think Shiva can answer this better. Need your answers, guys. C value. Guys, confused with the double star, right? Okay, I'll see. This is my computation, right? I am assigning some computation to C. After C, I want to print C. Okay, I just want to print my value C. But for printing in notebook, see, this is only for notebook, guys. Okay, I can do print. What I can do print. Print means it will just print the value. I want to write everything in a single cell so that I'm just printing here itself. Okay, print of C will print the value of C like this. See, here I didn't print, but it will still give, but we'll make a habit of doing this print. Okay. Okay, one answer I got. Any others? Or guess is fine. See, answer can be wrong or right. I just need some acknowledgements. That's how we can learn. Okay, okay. 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 Everyone gave the same answer. Can someone explain why it is 8?
Because it's 2 power 3.
2 power 3. Exactly. 2 cube. See, this is exponential power. This double asterisk is power. Okay. Cool. Now we will see the results using print. Okay. For now, you just think this will print some value. Okay. Whatever we pass, that will print. For now, I'll tell you why this print came while I'm explaining the functions concept. Okay. I'll do one more thing. Okay. If I print D, everything is in your screen. Okay. If I print D, what will be my output, guys? You can calculate and tell me. Right or wrong, I'm okay. Guess, fine. Okay, one answer I got. One answer I got. Okay, let's print and see what it is printing. Perfect. It's 306. But here you have D is equal to 9, right? How it came 306 here? Anyone can explain who sent answers? I'm okay even if it is wrong explanation.
Because we've reassigned D to A into D plus C. I'm
Okay.
assuming it takes the newer value.
Yeah, variable can change its value as we learned. Right or wrong? Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the variable concept. So here you have 9. See, till this part to this, it will be 9. After that, it will be 306. Here, from here, it will be 306. When you run the entire file at once, if you say run all, till here, it will be still 9. See, I just ran all. Okay, ran. It will be till 9 here, and here it will change. Getting? Till this point of cursor, see my cursor is here, right? If I run all, see this will change. It will run, I mean rerun. Till here it is 9 only. Even though it is 306 here, again if you are rerunning everything, see program will be rerun, right? Always. So if you are rerunning, it will be 9 and D is 306. And if you want to use somewhere here D, see what is my latest D value? 306, right? Latest D value. If I use it here and I run it alone, it will be 306. But when it comes sequentially, because it's a Jupyter notebook, it is like this. But when you come sequentially in program, you will not do like this. In program, what you will do is it will be something different. Program will be doing line by line continuously. Okay. I don't want to confuse you much, but yeah, this is the thing. Till here, D value is 9. Okay. After that, it is 306. Cool. Now you guys are able to do the computations well. You guys are able to understand the logic of variables, how to use and all, right? So now we'll just see one more concept. So what we will get? Any idea? Generally, what is type? It's you already learned it, but here it might be little bit new technical term. That's it. What is type? Type of D. Okay. In English, see, Python is similar like English. Okay. If you just interpret in English, okay, type of D. Okay. What you are generally going to predict? Tell me, guys.
The value it is storing or what type of it is an integer or what?
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Getting? So what Shiva is telling is whether it is an integer or float. Okay. So this is float. Okay. I'll tell you what is integer, what is float and all. See, integer is something like you will have 8 or 5 or 6 or 7, whatever the number, right? Float for 8 is 8.0. String is this thing. String we'll see later. Integer and float we'll see for now. Fine, right? Float means just points. After point, if you get something, we call it as float. Floating point number, right? If there is no dot, like it's a plain number, whole number, right? We call it as integer. Okay. Let's see what is the value of A. See, if you want to see something, you'll just print value of A. I'm just doing this. See, what is this shortcut? Control Alt Enter. But I'll just do Shift Enter. It will work. Shift Enter. It will go and it will go to new cell also. Print of A is 18, right? Now what you will do? We'll do type of A. I am printing this type of print also. Make a habit of printing, guys. Okay, even though notebook gives print, make a habit of print. Shift Enter. It is the class of what? Integer. Okay. It's a class of integer. See, if I do like this, it will come. But I want to print. Okay. Make a habit of printing. Use print to see the results. That's it. To see the results. For now, print is used to see the results. Print the outputs here. Print whatever you pass here under this. Okay. Guys, clear everything till now? Till now? We almost came to end.
Hi. I just want to confirm, is it A is integer because we assigned the value to it, and
Exactly.
D is the
Exactly.
float?
Exactly. Yeah.
So anytime we give a value to any particular variable, it becomes integer. I mean, it is assumed to be an integer.
If you give an integer value,
Yeah. Okay.
See, here you gave a floating value, right?
Yeah.
If you type prints type C, we'll do type C. What you got? C value 360.0, correct?
Yeah. 306. Yeah.
0.0 you have.
Oh.
1 second.
Wait.
Okay. It will come only for floating, actually. Just a second. Oh, it is.
I think D
Yeah,
value is 306.
yeah, sorry. D value is 306.
Yeah.
C value is 8 only. That is correct only, integer, right?
Yeah.
So D value is 306. It will getting floating point, 0.0. Clear? Based on
Yeah.
value. So suppose I'll ask you this question. You guys need to be ready. So what will be this value, guys?
We do not have it, is I'm not sure.
Sorry. Yeah, you can guess it.
Maybe null. I don't know if null is possible.
Okay, cool. Good interpretation. Others, guys, please. This is last execution today. We'll wrap it.
We'll get error
What error?
because we didn't assign anything to the T, right?
Correct.
It is
Didn't
neither
assign anything to it.
no integer or float.
Okay, just read the error, guys. Just read the error, guys. See, errors are
Not
very
defined.
important. Errors are very important in coding. See, coding you do 80% of error solving. Debugging is 80%, just writing code 20%. Because 20% I'm telling nowadays code is given by Copilot or ChatGPT, whatever. But you should know how to decode the errors. Debugging. So what is the error? See there.
Name error.
Okay, name error, and what is the description of that?
T is not defined. Makes sense.
T is not defined. So that means we have missed T value somewhere. It is not defined, but we are using it. And where it is lost? See, it is even showing the line in cell 59. In cell 59, line number 1. Cell 59. Go to cell 59, line number 1. So, okay, we are using T, which is not defined. So, we'll just put enter, and then T is equals to some value. You guys know this? Complex number.
Imaginary. Yeah.
Complex number. I just want to show this, and we'll just print this type of T. Complex. Like integer float, we have complex number also, right?
Yeah.
So what is real number inside this?
A.
18. A is real number. Imaginary, yeah? What is the other one?
Yeah, imaginary.
Yeah, imaginary is 5. A plus 5j. Okay? 16, 18 plus 5j. A is 18, right? Yeah. Clear, guys? This format is called complex number. We discussed complex number also. Cool?
Yeah.
So if something is not defined, so now you guys know where to look at, right? If something is undefined, sometimes you'll get undefined integer A, undefined value B. It will show the line and you will go to the B, and before that you will see, okay, before T, anything is assigned or not. Okay. If it is not assigned, we'll make sure some value is coming to T. Clear? Guys, clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Perfect, perfect. So guys, I just want to stop it here because we'll have few more things like lists, strings, data structures, arrays, then loops, functions, etc., guys. So that will be more overwhelming. So finally, I want you guys to take the assignment for the next class. So the next class, what is the assignment? Install Python. See, if you're not able to do how to install, open YouTube, go for recent or ask ChatGPT. See, that's where your hands will start moving, right? You should install Python, install VS Code, run the arithmetic. Whatever we done till now is arithmetic operations. Whatever we done till now is what? Arithmetic operations. So guys, we'll do one small thing, we'll check, we'll close it. What is this value, guys?
So,
Sorry. What will be this value? This is there only in Python. You see some difference? Okay, now you will see the difference. What will be this value? Correct? Now what will be this value? Any guess?
2.
2.
Wonderful. How did you guess, guys?
So
I
you're
think
removing
it
the decimal.
Because it's a
Yeah, it removes the decimal, which is called floor division. What is this?
floor division.
Floor division. Floor means down. Down it will remove. Down means after point, right? You should remember 4 and top. Ceiling means top. Flooring means down. Okay. So this is the thing, and I want you to do all these things with your own hands. And just a second, I'll see if anything I missed.
So we need the extension in the Visual Studio Code as well once.
Sorry.
Uh, in VS Code, we are supposed to install some extension, right? The name of it, Jupyter. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Cool, variables, and yeah, we have seen some variables. And we'll see global and local variables when we are inside functions and all. Okay. Cool. Guess you are clear, right? Till now. Any questions you have? Okay. Cool. So I will share this file. See, first thing what you need to do, you have to save this file. Okay. Save this file somewhere in your desktop, like with some name. Python variables. And just save. Okay. IPYNB. This format is IPYNB. I think you can store it. I stored it as untitled.ipynb. See, it is in location C size users. This location. You save this file. This is the normal save. Okay. Whatever the location you want. And I hope you all got invites, right? Invitations for the meeting and all. I want you to share the screenshots of this and this complete thing, marking as completed. And I also request you to check whatever the concepts we discussed today, especially from Python or the data. You can go through entirely. I'll share the recording as well. So you can kindly go entire things, whatever is discussed, and you practice. Also see YouTube, whatever the language you like, Hindi, English, Telugu, whatever it is. Understand more and come to me with doubts for the next class. Okay. And yeah, things are clear, I believe. So end of the day, if you have any questions, yeah, see, generally I take till 6:15, something like that, classes from 3:30. This is the first session. I just making something like that. But yeah, 6:30 to 6:15 to 6:30, and then doubt clearing again, half an hour. And again, see, when you are working something, right? You ask ChatGPT, you understand the things. Don't blindly copy paste, do mistakes, learn from mistakes. And I shown you how you have to counter the mistakes based on the, let's say, example, name error, right? If you're using something. So like this, you will be able to encounter the errors and all. If still you are unable to solve after ChatGPT, YouTube, trying your maximum, you can still mail me the error. You will get a resolution in 24 to 48 hours. All right. That hand holding is
So
there.
you just mentioned that you want.
Sorry, that hand holding is there. Definitely. I'll definitely clarify your doubts, guys. And I want you guys to be more proactive, doing different. See, I use something A, B, C as a variable names. You can try with others, right? Other numbers, other complex transformations. Transformations means this activities, whatever we see, arithmetic operations, and check it out. Play with those, right? See, ideally, and one more thing is, ideally, the fees is 15,000, but this weekend batch, I'm going to give a discount as 11,999 per head. Okay, 11,999. This is the discount I'm providing, guys. So if you guys like, can continue with another next classes. Even next 2 3 classes also free. Next 2 classes also free. If you like all those, then you can start. This is the way of teaching which I have. So I'll go from detailing. If you need any changes or any feedback, you guys can let me know. I can try to make sure, which we can have in the same page, right? Hope you enjoyed the session. I don't want to kill much time of your weekend, guys. So yeah, you can refer to your friends, whoever, if you like the session, they can join, etc. But yeah, I'll share you this curriculum, all the documents which we have ran till here, everything to your email. Okay. Yes, this is, I believe this is very affordable because if you see other courses and all, they might not teach this much detailing, but yeah, they'll praise more. So guys, I'm not audible. Someone texted. Is it so?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Cool. Guys, any questions from your end? Only 5 months, guys. If you dedicate 5 months of your time, you'll definitely